One month ago you woke up exhausted and couldn't explain why. Tonight I want to tell you what happened in March. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Lisa, and this is Science Backed, Soul Supported, The Bloom. You did something extraordinary this month. I don't know if you fully see it yet, so let me show it to you. 4 weeks ago, March 2nd, we began the thaw. You were carrying the weight of winter, the fatigue, the emotional residue, the patterns frozen in place that you've been holding so long you've forgotten they were optional. We named it together. We breathed it out under a blood moon eclipse. We stood at the edge of releasing and let the ice begin to crack. In week 2, the stirring. That was the hardest week for most of you. I heard from so many of you who said, I did the work and I feel worse. And I told you, that's not a sign you did it wrong. That's a sign you did it right. Because when something frozen releases, it churns before it flows. And you churned. However, you survived the in-between and you didn't turn back. Week 3 was the balance. We arrived at the equinox with more room inside us than we had in months. We asked the hard question, where have I been overweighted? And we sat with it honestly. And then we stood at the equinox, that one perfect moment of equal dark and equal light, and we found center, not as a destination, as a practice. And this week, the bloom. You named what you want to grow. You learned the difference between wishing and planting. You looked permission paralysis in the eye and kept walking anyway. And you gave your seeds space, trusting the roots that are spreading right now between the surface. You're not the same person who walked into March. And that's not a metaphor, that's neuroscience. Every release, every practice, every moment of naming and feeling and choosing, it changed your nervous system. It changed your patterns. It changed the default way you relate to yourself. Now, I want to close this month with a ceremony because something this significant deserves a conscious completion. Place your hands over your heart and close your eyes. I invite you to think of one thing you released in March, the one thing that was frozen that has now begun to move. Don't name it for anyone else, just feel it. Feel the lightness where that weight used to live. And now I want you to breathe in. And as you breathe in, I want you to bring in what you've chosen to grow, the seed you named, the intention you planted, the thing you stopped waiting for permission to be. Feel both at once, the space releasing and the aliveness of the beginning. Take a deep breath and exhale slowly. And let this moment be a completion, not an ending, a completion. One full cycle, winter to spring, the thaw to the bloom. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. In April, we're going deeper. The new moon Shamanic energy healing circle is coming on April 17th. This is going to be one of the most powerful evenings we've held at the Urban Ashram, and I want you in the room. Details will be in the description. And if you haven't yet joined us in the Nezen community, where we step into the deep practice, I want to personally invite you. Tuesdays, 7 p.m. We do the real work live together in community, with science, and with soul. This is your home base. This has been the March series on Grounded in Chaos. Science-backed, soul-supported. You thawed, you stirred, you balanced, and you bloomed. Now go, grow. I'll see you in April. If this resonated, join me in the Nez Zen community for the deep practice. The link's in the bio. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Comment. I read every comment.